Cover your motherfucking ears.
Lots of things, a lot of moving parts, a lot of things happening. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of plates spinning, levers.
Yeah. So many
like
plates.
That. Very, very, very good stuff.
So many
which
plates.
means it's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everyone's favorite segment. Strap yourselves in for Week Old News. Welcome to Week Old News, where we talk about all the news that was new a week ago. And first up, Ubisoft workers. Polygon reports Ubisoft workers go on international strike in response to impending job cuts and RTO mandate.
Good.
Boy, Ubisoft sucks, huh?
They really fucking do. Oh, God. It just seems to be every fucking week there's just something about Ubisoft being shitty or, like, taking advantage of people or canceling games that people are actually excited about. It's just... I think we can all say that the French are terrible. And this is just further proof.
I'm not going to argue with you on that. I like their toast.
Their toast is okay. Their fries are average.
How dare you? Their toast is okay?
Yeah, their toast is okay.
What kind of French toast are you eating? French toast is amazing.
French toast really is the cat's pajamas.
Fries are good, but I prefer freedom fries.
100%. I prefer loaded potato skins, thank you. Like a real American. Put more bad shit on top of that.
Remember when that actually happened? Freedom fries?
Yeah.
That should have been a sign of things to come, right?
It was. I think I remember some of us saying back at the time of like, oh, fuck. We really are this stupid. God damn it. That's going to come back.
So here's the deal.
Bite us in the ass.
I'm gonna read the next one because you need to read the one after that.
Okay.
So GameSpot reports Uwe Ball is making his own new House of the Dead movie and wants you to pay for it. I didn't get any farther than that. Because Uwe Ball has made some terrible movies, including, from what I've come to understand, a pretty terrible House of the Dead movie. And now I believe that there's a real House of the Dead movie coming out, and Uwe Ball is just like, nah, screw it. I'm gonna make my own with coke and hookers, and you're gonna pay for it. Kickstart this thing. Is it Kickstarter, or what's he using?
It doesn't matter. It's gonna get funded.
It's pissing me so off that I would say, give us the money, produce the film with us, buy some of the perks, Ball said in his signature unfiltered cadence. We will really compete with that other movie. Ball characterizes his 2003 movie as, quote, the most hated video game movie ever that turned into a total cult classic. The film scored 15 on GameSpot's sister site Metacritic, indicating overwhelming dislike and sports a generally unfavorable 2.2 user score. I don't know that this movie has achieved cult classic status. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say, even ironically, that they would like to watch this movie, but what do I know?
Isn't there like one scene where like it does the pan around like it does in the game, but it's just so fucking terrible in the actual movie? Or am I thinking of some different shitty ass zombie movie?
Is it a zombie? Kind of sounded like you were talking about Doom for a second there, but
no, it's definitely not Doom. I think it is.
Because they did the first person shooter at the end of Doom too, but
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's real bad.
What else? He did Blood Rain too, right? What else did he do? Oh
God, did he?
I don't know. Let's see. Uwe Ball.
Has he done anything good? Because like,
I don't know. I really don't.
He keeps working.
Let's see. He did German Fried Movie. Never heard of it.
Oh, is that like Kentucky Fried Movie, but in German?
I have no idea. It was from 91.
Kentucky Fried Movie's fucking great.
Part of America. All right. House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, In the Name of the King, Blood Rain 2. You made another one of those?
Jesus.
Wow. Postal. Oh God, Alone in the Dark 2. Rampage, but not that Rampage. Not the video game Rampage. Oh, good. He made a movie called Auschwitz. I'm sure that's very tasteful. Blood Rain, The Third Reich, In the Name of the King 2.
Wow.
Zombie Massacre.
Wow. All of this sounds...
He made a lot of movies.
All of this sounds
there was a
like...
sequel, Rampage Capital Punishment.
Stuff I'm sad I've missed?
Anger of the Dead? Or, what? Rampage. President Down. Citizen Vigilante. First Shift Vengeance. First Shift Redemption. So he's got 2 TBA First Shift movies. With the first Shift having come out in 2024. Starring, and I use that word very loosely, Gino Anthony Pesci, Kristen Renton, and Gary Pastor. Look, I've never made a movie. Well, I've never made a theatrical movie. So, he's got one up on me there. But,
he does. He does.
You do have to wonder how this kind of thing just keeps on happening.
Yeah. This is more than enough time spent on Uwe Boll because, Chris, this is actually
enough.
Genuinely exciting. Our friends over at Toy Arc report that McFarlane Toys has grabbed the Sony Games license. So pretty famously, Todd McFarlane has been making action figures, really, really nice action figures, for a very, very long time, right? McFarlane Sports Picks, Movie Maniacs. More famously, over the last few years, he has been doing the DC figures, which I think are all upstairs. I don't think I have any McFarlane DC figures down. Doesn't matter. Whatever. No, actually, there's a Joker's over there. It's fine. He has lost the DC license back to Mattel. Mattel was making DC figures for a while, then McFarlane got it. Now McFarlane has lost the license. Mattel is bringing a new collector's line and a kid-focused line, all that shit. So to replace it, McFarlane has grabbed the Sony Games license, which I am super excited about. In their press release, they say that the first 2 games that they are going to be doing figures for are Helldivers, which is fine. The one that really excites me is God of War, because the God of War figures that I never got years ago are really, really expensive now, and there's some really, really nice bootlegs that are out there that are made by like third-party companies that aren't officially licensed, but they're also prohibitively expensive. You know, we're talking, over $100 for quality figures, but very pricey. The belief, because these are going to be in the lines that he has had with other things. So like he has done some Fallout figures, some Warhammer figures, some Doom figures. They have 2 different lines there, or like sub-lines, called the Gaming and the Elite lines. And those are 7-inch figures. That's kind of what he does. So to get new 7-inch God of War figures is awesome. They also mention games like Last of Us, Uncharted, Twisted Metal, The Ghost of Yotei, Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon, Bloodborne. There are so many fucking figures that he could do. I am so excited for this.
I just keep thinking of Parappa the Rapper. But
I was going to say, so what...
They would be flat.
If McFarlane Toys could make one PlayStation line that you would be excited about, what would you want him to do?
That's tough. I have a couple of the Totaku figures. I have them behind me.
Yeah.
I love the Lemming that they made, but I don't know that I need more Lemmings figures.
Right.
Boy, what PlayStation property would I love to have an action figure of? I
would I would love a really nice Nathan Drake. You know, the NECA one is great, but it's more expensive. Sometimes, I mean, you can find it sometimes cheaper now, but it's definitely not something. It's not so good that I want to drop the money on it. It's the same thing with like the God of War figure. Like, let me see. Let's do a little.
It would be really cool to have a Blasto.
Blasto would be really cool. Yeah, so I'm looking on a couple different places. Some of these look
Gran
like
Turismo.
yes.
Give me
Some of these look like
Gran Turismo figures.
Some of these look like bootlegs. Some of these are not complete. They're missing some of the accessories or whatever. But like on eBay right now, a complete NECA Nathan Drake with all the accessories and shit, it's $125. Like,
Oof.
yeah,
a Nathan Drake would be pretty cool. I think Sony technically owns Qbert now. I'd buy
that
Qbert.
That would be something.
Ooh, SingStar.
SingStar would be really nice. Now, I think
I'm not the hugest fan, but Sly Cooper, Jack.
I was just gonna say Sly Cooper. I think could be really cool.
Sly Cooper figures would be neat.
Sly Cooper would be really fun. I do think Blasto would be cool. I think Medieval would make for an awesome figure. You know?
Yeah, but I'm like looking down their list of IP that I put together for my PlayStation report stuff, and like,
yeah,
I don't see anything here that I like enough that I would buy figures for. Like, for if I'm being real here, like,
you know. Yeah, I think Nathan Drake would probably be the closest for you.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having it. Like, I really wish there was a Totaku-sized Nathan Drake. Like,
yeah,
I would like that, because I bought the Aloy. I think Horizon would do really well with that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
Horizon's the perfect pick for it. The Aloy Totaku is not great.
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter, the dude from Journey. Oh, Astrobot! Jesus, Astrobot! Give me an Astrobot.
Yeah, that would
give me a cool ass Astrobot figure. That's what I want.
That would definitely work. Yeah, regardless, I think this is great news. I think getting more quality video game figures out into the world is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure. I think McFarlane Toys is perfect for that situation. But like,
yeah.
So just because I'd want to see them, not because I think that they would sell particularly well or even be a good idea, but I would very much like to see McFarlane do Legend of Dragoon figures.
That would be awesome.
The level of detail that he tends to put in, they tend to put in those figures, I think the Legend of Dragoon characters would look incredible.
Legend of Dragoon would be great. Wild Arms would be great. There's a ton of stuff.
I'm not even kidding. This is going to sound like a joke, but it's not. Best of both worlds, MLB The Show.
I mean, yeah.
Tell me that wouldn't be awesome. Does he still do the baseball figures?
Yeah, so he does. He still does the sports picks. One of the Aaron Judge figures that came out a while ago was aligned with the show. It had like show branding on it.
Oh, well, all right then.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good news. I think this is great.
I want a Loco Roco.
Bunch of little Patapon.
Yeah.
Basically, so like what I'm hearing, Chris, is that you would like me to get some construction paper and send you some PlayStation figures is what you want.
I mean, look, I have the Parappa Totaku and he's fantastic. He's flat, which I love. And I have a promotional inflatable Loco Roco around here somewhere, so I'm good.
We are missing some of the obvious ones though, like Siphon Filter, Infamous, right? Like, I know they're not exactly your cup of tea, but like these are pretty big brands. I really want
Shadow of the Colossus.
Shadow. Oh, fuck, that would be an Ico and like that. I really want a very cool, big, detailed sweet tooth. That is like... And McFarlane kind of does that like over-the-top grotesque thing really well.
Yeah.
I think just a really detailed sweet... That would be like very, very high up on my wish list. I might even do a fucking post about it. Not that it would make sense for the website, but I might do this and, just put it up for free. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
anyway.
moving right along. Time extension reports close. Quote, "We're getting close. Hyperkin's much-delayed portable Genesis, the Mega 95, inches toward release." They showed this thing off, I want to say, like 2 years ago now.
2-3 years ago?
At the start of 2024. So it's basically like they're making their own new version of the Nomad.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks real nice.
It's got a great-looking screen on it. Yeah.
And apparently they've just been trying to nail a couple of bugs and problems that they were having with it. Company revealed that after a lot of testing, iteration, and late-night problem-solving, we believe we found a solution to the obstacles that were holding the Mega 95 back. Things are finally moving in the right direction, and we're nearing the next big milestone. This thing looks neato.
I think the biggest thing for this, in addition to being a portable Genesis, is that it is also able to be plugged into your TV. So
just like
really,
a Nomad.
Yeah, you really are getting the best of both worlds with this. And Hyperkin makes good shit. I know they're not the top. We were talking about this a couple weeks ago, I think, on the show, right? They're not the, tippy top that they used to be. A lot of companies have come after them, but they still make really high quality products. They
do. They're capable of lots of good stuff. And
yeah.
This is basically the Nomad. I have to wonder if it has a controller port like the Nomad does, because the Nomad you plug into a TV. The Nomad was a portable Genesis. Just plop your Genesis cartridge in there and go.
Yeah,
it's neat. I'm glad it's coming along. I'm glad they haven't given up on it. I'm glad it's still cooking. Let them cook.
This next story is something that I'm super fascinated by, and this I think is really, really cool, and I want to know more about it. Time Extension reports that this is the best way to play fan translation on original hardware we've seen so far. For most people, emulation is the best way to experience unofficial localizations. I certainly know that's how I've played through certain games, in the past that don't have official translations. However, if you want to make things as authentic as possible and use the original cartridge, then Delta Island's Delta PCB SNES translator is one of the most impressive solutions yet. It is a 100% reversible translation option that lets you patch in alternate language options on your original cartridge. They then go to show some of the specs and some of the things that it does. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. It looks like it is going to be per game, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. So right now they have one for Chrono Trigger, and it is right now it looks to be about $25. Delta Island, it is a British site, so it's 24.90 pounds. I don't know exactly. I think that's like about $25, right?
Sure.
I don't know. This is really cool.
Let's go with yes. Yeah, no,
this is really cool.
That is really cool.
I think this is, this is certainly a much more intense way to do it than to just play a fan translation, but like, or an emulated fan translation. But some people really are sticklers for playing shit on original hardware with the original carts, and this is a cool solution to this, or to that problem.
Yeah, I agree. It's very creative.
Yeah.
Speaking of translations, I know this isn't a very big news story, but it made me happy. Time Extension reports, you can now play the 1986 Famicom Disk System version of Konami's Moero Twinbee in English. This game was originally released in the United States as Stinger, which is a game that I absolutely love, but understand that is missing some stuff from its Famicom counterpart, including a 3-player option. So you'll be able to play an English language version of the proper Twin Bee game, I guess now. Which is great.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's all.
Very, very cool. Go Nintendo reports that somebody gave out their 2025 Game of the Year awards later than we did, which is pretty cool. DICE, the 29th annual DICE Awards, which are presented at the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences. It's a big like industry gathering thing, and they give out a bunch of awards. Unsurprisingly, Game of the Year, Clair Obscur, Expedition 33 just continues to dominate. That got Game of the Year, Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction, Achievement in Story, Role-Playing Game of the Year, Achievement in Game Direction. Like, it got a bunch of awards. What made me super happy about this was seeing that Outstanding Achievement in Animation went to South of Midnight. Man, I fucking love that game, and I'm so excited to play through it again. Definitely something that I will pick up when it comes out on PlayStation later this year. Outstanding Achievement for an independent game went to Blueprints. Apparently, so what I'm learning from this, Chris, is that we were damn near in lockstep with the industry here, right? Fighting Game of the Year, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. Action Game of the Year, Hades 2. Like, I knew Hades 2 was going to be great. You know, Achievement in Character, Ghosts of Yotei. Atsu was such a cool character. This was really cool. Similar to our list, Outstanding Achievement in Game Design, Blueprints. Mario Kart World got Racing Game of the Year. It's a good list, you know? It's a good list.
Oh, this is one of the I guess more high profile prestige, if that's the right word for it, awards in the game industry. Good stuff.
That was good stuff
all around. Speaking of good stuff, GameSpot reports the Disney Afternoon Collection Switch 2 cartridge includes the full game data. I hate that these are news stories, that this is the case,
yeah, I know, right?
But it's still worth noting that, you know, this collection of NES games is all going to be on the cart. You're not going to have to download them, so huzzah. Good on you.
That is good. Speaking of bad news, though, Go Nintendo reports that the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection is being delisted. So the information provided from Limited Run Games, just remember, forever physical. We wanted to give you an early heads up that the Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection will no longer be available for purchase on digital storefronts after March 31st, 2026. If you already purchased the game, don't worry, you'll still be able to re-download and play at any time. In the past, we've learned how important it is to provide plenty of notice for changes like this, yada, yada, yada. Thank you for understanding. So they are removing it from digital storefronts. What they cleverly don't add in there is that they will also no longer be printing physical copies. Right. Which is why I was shitty about the forever physical part.
No,
I am sure.
Dan,
look,
they're called limited run games. They always do limited runs. It's right in the fucking title. I understand being shitty about the forever physical thing, but they've never done multiple printings of things. They're literally called limited run games.
Let me be shitty about it. I am sure this has to do with licensing. You know,
this isn't a shock at all. This one was never going to stick around.
No, it definitely wasn't.
It is a little odd that it's only 2 years, but it's the Jurassic Park license, and they dipped into the Super Nintendo and Genesis stuff.
Yeah.
The fact that this existed in the first place was kind of a miracle, even though these games aren't spectacular.
No,
so
they definitely
aren't. I'm probably
going
to wind up picking this up before it goes off the market, because they'll keep they'll keep this out there. I'm not going to buy a physical version of this because I have these games physically already. I have the Super Nintendo one, the Genesis one, Chaos Continues for Super Nintendo, and Rampage Edition on Genesis. I think the only one I don't have here is the Game Boy Jurassic Park, which who the fuck cares?
Well, you do now because you can't have it any. No, I'm just kidding.
So I mean, this is like. It's
I'm
just
being
an unfortunate
shitty,
reality thing,
just to be shitty about it. But yeah, this
come on, there's plenty of things to be legitimately shitty for limited run games for. We don't have to make shit up here.
Yes, we do. This
they
is
do
a
plenty of
fucking
dumb shit on their own. Stop it.
This is a podcast limited run in the Epstein files.
Look, I'm going to have lots of really nice things to say about limited run later in this episode. So
I know, I'm just fucking around, and we should probably take that part out because that wasn't nice at all. We should probably take that part out, but leave this part in so that everybody's really confused. Know. Yeah, Evan,
I'm not going to take it out. I'm going to redact it.
Please just put a big fucking redacted up when we say that. Yeah, no, the best part about this is they are honestly being very forward-thinking with this and being like, hey, if you were going to get them, like, this is the time to do it.
Yeah, it's a month and a half in advance. I hope they hit up a sale before it goes off. Like, I really... Like, I don't need these games. Again, I can play them if I really want to, but I would like to have these, modern ones, I think, like Rewind and whatnot. On the Switch, I would like to have it, but not for the price that it's up there for, because they're just these games are good, but they're not that good. I think it's less digitally. Like, another physical ones are spicy, but
I'm signing into Steam to see how much it is currently.
Jurassic Park is $30.
Let's see, is it on Steam? Jurassic Park Collection is the classic games collection is currently $30 on Steam as well.
Yeah. So I have to assume this will go on sale before they pull them.
You would hope so.
Yeah.
It's wild to me because right now on Steam, the Jurassic Park collection is $30. Or for $40, you could currently get Resident Evil's 0 through the Village DLC. The whole fucking thing for $40. So
yeah, these are these.
That's a much better deal.
They're a hard sell at $30. Like, they're not bad games, and I was obsessed with the Super Nintendo Jurassic Park. It has an incredible soundtrack and is really ambitious.
Sure,
but
that being said,
the year of our Lord 2026 is not something I plan on doing a lot of. And I wish I liked the Genesis games more than I do. Like, I thought they were pretty neat back in the day, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
still, that's a thing that's happening. Not surprising, but it still kind of sucks.
Limited run is the worst.
Anyways,
they hate you.
They do, but still. Yeah, I don't know. Pokemon Go dev removes Pokestop from Epstein's Island. I didn't realize that there was out there. It was one.
The world is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it's GameSpot reports that. Yeah. That's all. Just, I saw the headline and thought, hey, you know what? Let me talk about this next one too, just because I did this. This sale will be over by the time this episode goes live for all parties involved. But we were in the Discord this week talking about doing Flash Friday, which is usually what we do on the second Saturday of the month.
Yeah.
And then Ryan, our boss, had the notion of like, I wonder if we should do a sale this week instead and put Flash Friday off until next week. We have trying to figure out when we're going to do our next sale. And I said, hold on a second, guys. I'm having a terrible idea. And then I had to go take the kids to school. I came back. I was like, look, let me find the conversation because it was really dumb. And I cannot believe that they let me do it.
Cannot believe that the Pinhead suit was like, fine, let us have a little fun.
God, where did we have this conversation?
I'm just kidding.
Well, basically what I said was, so look, the Valentine's Day is red, the Virtual Boy is red. What if we do a Virtual Boy Valentine's Day sale?
Yep.
Andy and Ryan were both like, yeah. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe we're doing this. And he whipped up graphics for it and everything. And it's been going well. We sold a Virtual Boy system, like an Ultimate Virtual Boy bundle with a discontinued flash cart and stuff for $1,000. We've sold a bunch of virtual ribbons and virtual juice. Like, we don't have a ton of Virtual Boy accessories, but we got a pretty decent selection of them. And the sale seems to have been going really well so far, and it was my idea. And Bob from Retro RGB was nice enough to make a post about it as well. Thank you very much, Bob. That was very cool of you to promote this ridiculous sale we're doing. It just makes me so happy. It just makes me happy.
I appreciated the email. Roses are red. Virtual Boy is red.
Much.
Everything is red.
Everything's red.
I thought that was pretty funny.
That was me. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought that was...
I had a lot of fun with it. And you know what? I think that's what I like. I want to try to do that as often as possible with sales.
Yeah.
Like, I like doing that kind of silly stuff.
Yeah, again, God forbid video games be fun. You know? The world's a fucking disaster.
Did this story disappear?
Apparently it did, so fuck Nerdist. Chris Hardwick, come see about me.
Oh, he's long gone, I think.
Is he? I have no idea.
I don't know. He got Me Too'd, I think. And
did he?
I don't think he's been part of Nerdist forever.
Oh. Well, whatever.
Let's see.
We got plenty of other things to talk about, Chris. I don't
see if I can find this story anywhere. It's just Nerdist.
To know about Goldfish pairs with Campbell's soup to create 2 new games? Whatever you're thinking in your head is better than what's going to happen.
Like, why would it have gotten pulled down? Okay, so let's see here. I found a YouTube video.
That's going to be great podcasting.
Oh, it's not video game, so this shouldn't have been there in the first place. It's like games. It's like a Goldfish flavored Connect 4. What is this? This is ridiculous. I love this.
I want to know even less. I want to know even less because we have a ton of stuff to talk about, Chris.
Know about it. Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Because Game Informer has given us a chronological list of everything announced at Sony's dick measuring State of Play. So last week they were like,
interesting way of putting it. Okay.
Well, they were like, I think they saw the partner direct and they were like, hold on, let's take our dicks out real quick and show off. Because like last week, they announced that there was going to be a State of Play on Thursday, February 12th, and it was going to be over an hour long. And when you put that out there of like, this is going to be an hour long, you're expecting there to be some pretty big shit. And man, there was some pretty big fucking shit. For me in particular, it started off like right on a super high note with a sequel to the original Kina title. What was it? Fucking goddamn it, Bridge of Spirits. Is that what it was now? I don't remember.
I just looked this up earlier.
Yeah, I don't remember subtitles
at all.
I just said Kina a bunch when I played it because it was fucking really awesome and it was a super fun like third-person action game and it was a little rough around the edges, but it's a really, really solid game. And I never thought this would be the type of game that would get a sequel, but here we are about 5 years later with Kina Scars of Cosmora. And I thought this looked great.
This looks incredible.
Yeah, I thought this looked
incredible.
Really great.
Like, I went back and looked at the trailer for when I saw that this was a sequel.
Yeah,
went
Bridge
back
of Spirits.
and looked
I'm
at
not
the
crazy.
trailer for the Bridge of Spirits one, and was
Yeah.
like, I remember seeing this and thinking this looked kind of dumb. Like, it did nothing for me. Something about aging up the character a little bit just looks incredible. The facial animations look astounding. The world looks great. Things are just cute enough. Like, this looks incredible to me.
Yeah, this fox
whatever
with
they
the
did between the
with the
last
peacock
one and
tail?
this one. Oh my god, riding it, that looks insane. It just, I don't know what it is. This really, really looks cool. This looks right up my alley.
Yeah, it definitely is.
This looks insane.
And the first one would have been too, and I do think it's available other places. It might only be available on
Just
Xbox.
Yeah. It's not available anywhere that I can play it, but
yeah. Bridge of
there was
Spirits was
something about
really
the first
good.
one that it just didn't look right to me. It didn't grab me. But boy, when I started, I wasn't watching this. I was just like, I'll catch up on it later, because usually when State of Play happens, it's usually happening when I'm making dinner, and also
Right.
it's like it's usually not very few things that I care about at all, and then like Castlevania, and I was like, oh shit, and then like other things started popping up. I was like, fine, I'm starting over, and I started from the beginning, and I looked at this, I was like, holy shit, this looks incredible. Like,
God damn it,
I'm
I
just
need a
loving everything I'm seeing
PlayStation.
about this. When she blows up that monster at the end and all the plants come back to life, like, damn.
Yeah, so
like,
that's the gimmick
that's
in the
really
first
cool.
one. As you like defeat the monsters, like the world comes back to life. It's really it was fucking awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't have money for a PlayStation 5, and I don't want one of those hideous monoliths in my house. But this is really making me thinking about stuff, because this looks amazing.
Yeah.
This one looks just outstanding.
So after the new Kena sequel, we got an announcement for the multiplayer, and they did the same thing with Ghost of Tsushima. This is the Ghost of Yotei multiplayer DLC. I didn't spend a ton of time with that. I probably won't spend a ton of time with this one as well, but it looks fucking great, and I know people loved it. It got really, really positive reviews when they did it with Tsushima, and this looks fucking awesome. I mean, it's such an incredibly well-made game that throwing this kind of content out there as a free update is just, it's fucking nuts. They're basically adding another game for free, which is just awesome. I can't imagine that one did much for you though.
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing at all.
And I mean, now the next one though, announcing that Death Stranding 2 was coming to PCs with ultra widescreen support, I'm sure really got your jimmies rustling.
Absolutely.
Man, I gotta finish
Death
this fucking
Stranding
game.
on the beach and ultra widescreen on PC.
I really gotta finish this fucking game. I love it. It's so good. After that, we got more stuff for this Bad Robot Games multiplayer roguelite shooter thing called For Loop. It's just not my style of game. This looks like a very good version of this style of game. It looks like there's some really neat ideas in here. It's just not for me. But it does look cool. Like,
it certainly looks well made, but yeah, I'm right there with you. It's just not my flavor.
There was one weapon that they showed where like you throw like a grenade, and when it hits something, it randomly transports the monster to like a different part of the map, and I just thought that was fucking funny. I can imagine that would be a lot of fun in like a multiplayer kind of setting, or there seem to be some really creative ideas here, and I am sure this is going to be awesome for people who are into this type of game. That being said, it is not one of the things that was for
I am
me.
not that type of people.
Yeah, I am not that type of people. But then they continued to show more of this Pragmata game, and the more I see of it, the more excited I get. And the more the family sees of it, the more excited they get as well. And I was going to try and download the demo and play through it to talk about this week, and I just didn't have time, specifically because of something that happened later on in this show that took up the time that I was going to spend yesterday doing this. But man, I'm really excited about this. I think this looks fucking great. I wish
I was, because I did download the demo this week and play. Not through it, actually. I quit about halfway through because I didn't really enjoy myself.
Really?
Not that it was bad. It was... I don't know if it just... There's something about it just wasn't clicking with me. There's something about the... I don't know, just the characters that aren't clicking with me on one hand.
Not like performance-wise, right? Like it wasn't.
No, performance. I did the Switch 2 version, and it looks wonderful. It looks very impressive, but it's so it's one of those things where there's like a all right. So you have the guy, and you start off, and there's these robots come at you real slow, and you try shooting them a bunch, and nothing happens, and then you pick up the girl, and she gets on your shoulder. And so when she's on your shoulder, you automatically, like, the first thing you do is opens up the hack screen. And the hack is done with basically like there's one spot and then there's a second spot on a grid. And you just have to get from point A to point B on the grid. But you do it by pressing buttons instead of using like the D-pad or the right analog stick. And I just couldn't get that to click in my brain that I was using the buttons as like a second D-pad to get that hacking done. Like it always felt unnatural. But you did that, and that would open up a weak spot, and then you could shoot the weak spots and then move on. And then it kind of just turned into like, all right, now go over here, pull this switch, and then come back there, and then go over here, pull a different switch, and then come back here. And like the whole hacking and then shooting thing seems to be for like all the enemies. Like hack it first, then shoot it, and like no matter what the enemy is.
Yeah.
I can't say that it wasn't interesting. It's just that at no point did it feel fun to do. For me. And again, it could just be that this isn't my type of game. I run into this wall with a lot of modern games. I ran into it with Horizon. Like, it just a lot of modern complex games like this just don't click with me for some reason.
Yeah.
So it might just be that I'm not the audience. But I can't put my finger on what it is. Besides the fact that I didn't really feel like it was fun to do the things that the game wanted me to do. Yeah. There's something about this game's overall presentation, and I've been saying it since I saw the first trailer.
Yeah,
something's off. Something just doesn't feel right to me. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll see.
Fair.
They're pushing it. They're pushing it. They're putting a lot of muscle behind it.
They certainly are.
This new trailer does look like there's things about the environments that I find very interesting looking in this new trailer. So I'm sure there's more to it than I'm seeing, but I don't think I'll be investing in this one.
Well, speaking of another Capcom game that they are certainly apparently very concerned about all of us forgetting is coming out in a couple of weeks. The next trailer was, I believe, more new footage for Resident Evil Requiem. And I will say, the more I see of this game, the more I think I might be getting it in a couple weeks. This trailer really kind of, I think, pushed me over the edge to like, yeah, all right, I think I want this. Like, especially the little bit at the end when they're talking about Leon returning, right? And he walks into the fucking police station. And it was like, I mean, okay, I think I'm kind of in. You know?
Yeah, see, that did less for me because I don't have the RE2 nostalgia. I have the RE4 nostalgia.
Yeah.
So like, I really wanted to like that Resident Evil 4 remake, but it didn't click with me. But I didn't put a ton of time into it, and I wasn't playing a great version of it. I am on the fence. I don't know. I'm kind of scared to get it because I loved RE4.
Yeah.
I really liked Code Veronica on Dreamcast. I loved RE4, and that is literally all the Resident Evil I have ever actually enjoyed. So,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm very reluctant to want to pick this up, specifically because, like, I feel like the Switch 2 version is going to be very good, but
I don't think they would have highlighted it as many times as they have if it was not going to be a good version of the game.
This was in the partner direct, wasn't it?
Yes.
This was just in the partner direct last week.
Yeah, and this is now more new footage. Like, this is more, it's different. Nintendo has highlighted it themselves a few different times in different things. I do think it's going to be a very good version of the game. I like, opposite to you, I love most of the Resident Evil series. You know, like, not just Code Veronica and 4. I love most of it and have played through it multiple times. I didn't love 5. I didn't love 6. I've never been able to get through 7. I've tried multiple times, but that first-person camera view just really took me out of it. I had no idea you could play 8. You could play Village in third person. Apparently, that's a thing you could do. So I'm much more interested in that one now.
Yeah, that's the thing that they mentioned that this is. And I think that was something they mentioned in the partner direct. Is that
in the partner direct
able to be played in first and third person?
Yeah,
and
apparently you can do that in Village.
Yeah, I didn't know that because I always thought Village was just first person, and I don't love that. But the third person kind of reminds me of the good old Resident Evil 4 days, and I don't know.
Yeah. I
really liked Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, this last trailer really pushed me over the edge of being like, man, I think I do want this game, and it's the end of this month. It's in like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty soon.
I'm
looking at the Switch 2 footage right now, and
it looks good.
Again, I'm noticing this because I just finished writing my Indiana Jones preview today, and I was looking at side-by-side footage, and it's like okay, there's a difference. You can tell that there are textures and whatnot that aren't as good.
Yeah.
But all in all, it looks pretty darn similar to the PlayStation 5 version, and this as well. Like, there's definitely some texture issues that I can see when you put them back to back, but this still looks pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I think with the Switch 2, I think we're on a level of parity where we can say it looks different, but it doesn't look bad. Whereas with some of the Switch versions of the games, it was like, it looks different, and it also looks bad.
It also looks bad, which I can definitely say for a few things in State of Play as well. I forgot there were amiibo. I forgot they were doing amiibo for these. There's a friggin' Leon amiibo, and I think I need to have him.
This next one, I know you're excited about, but for me, this is one of the ones where, like, I didn't think this looked great. Legacy of Kain Defiance Remastered. So this is a remastering. It feels just mastered. I don't know that I would go so far as to say remastered.
No, it's definitely remastered. It's definitely remastered.
It still just didn't look very good to me.
Well, again, because it's just all it is an upscaling of the original one, and they did, similar to what they did with Soul Reaver. They added some geometry to certain things. Like, it's pretty cool. But my concern is that, all right, so we got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, right? And now we're getting Defiance, but we're missing the other half of what leads to this. Yeah, like, it was Blood Omen 1 and 2 and Soul Reaver 1 and 2, and then they culminated in Defiance.
Combined
so, like,
and
the fact that we don't have, and especially because the Blood Omen ones, specifically the first one, if there was ever a game that needed the one that needs it, that one needs Blood Omen.
That one needs a full-on, like, remake. I would argue that needs a remake, at this point.
But even
if you're going to do something.
A decent remaster of it that cuts out all the loading time. I mean, I feel like even that would be enough.
Yeah.
So I do find this an odd choice that we're going right for Defiance. But I never finished this one, but I did think Defiance was a pretty cool game. Yeah. So that's awesome. Did they not mention the other Legacy of Kain game during this?
No, they did. A playable demo of Dark Prophecy the unreleased sequel to Defiance is also going to be included in this. That is pretty cool.
That is incredible. That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Oh. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the new Legacy of Kain game. Did they not mention it during State of Play?
No.
Oh. That's
I had no idea.
Weird. Okay, that's extremely weird. I wonder why. All right, so on independently of this, Kain, a Legacy of Kain Ascendance was announced like at the same time. It's
The fuck is Legacy of Kain Ascendance?
It's even on PlayStation's
and it's
channel.
out next month? What the shit?
So it's a brand new 2D pixel art Legacy of Kain game, which looks really neat.
Well, I'll tell you why they didn't announce this, but we'll get to it in a little bit.
I don't think that had anything to do with this. This looks like a pretty different animal, but
yeah. This might be really cool. I might be super into this.
I'm interested in it. First off, it's new Legacy of Kain content, so I mean, that's cool.
Yeah.
And this is different from the God of War thing that you're talking about. This looks very intentionally low. What's the word I'm looking for? It's definitely less modern looking. So it's Crystal Dynamics, Bitbot, Freak Zone Games. So like I can't say the number of developers in it doesn't exactly fill me with all the confidence in the world, but it's pretty neat looking. I'd be very curious to see what the game is really like. But there's a new Legacy of Kain game. There's an actual new Legacy of Kain game that exists. I can't believe this wasn't in State of Play. That's so weird. I thought it was.
That's pretty dope though.
Yeah. So I think that's really cool. But what you were talking about, the fact that they cobbled together a playable demo of an unreleased Legacy of Kain sequel.
Yeah,
that's nuts. That is so fucking crazy to me, and I can't believe that's real. That's really exciting.
I do think it's
Raziel
cool that
is such a good character.
Yeah, he really is. It's a really good series.
The other fun thing, most of the voice cast, the living voice cast, has survived. Is in Ascendance as well.
Yeah.
So like Raziel's voice and stuff is the same. That's great.
Yeah. I thought some of the stuff that's going to be in this remastered collection, they're including some lost levels, obviously a photo mode and all that shit. The digital deluxe version is going to have the promotional comics, which I think is pretty cool. Yeah, there's some good stuff here. So, but I mean, this was like, all right, this is a pretty good State of Play. And then we jump into a game called Brigandine Abyss, which I mean this.
Yep, don't care.
Yep, it's a tactical anime RPG. It looks fine. I am sure there are people that are super fucking excited about that. But then we jump over to an update for Dead or Alive 6 Last Round, which was like, all right, we're doing more Dead or Alive.
Did we know this was a thing that we were? Because DOA 6 is not the new one.
No. So, but they're just continuing to add to DOA. And look, DOA is it is what it is. There have been times
it's a jiggly Tekken alternative, and it's pretty solid. It's pretty fun. I like DOA 2
I was going to say,
Dreamcast.
There have been times where Dead or Alive was legitimately great. You know, that there have been times where this has been a great series, and it kind of lost its way when it was like, haha, but titties, though.
But it's always been haha but titties though. The first game was like, check out these gravity-defying boobs, and it's like, this is a weird game. And then there was I think DOA 2 was the first time it was like, oh no, this is actually a legit good fighting game, which it also happens to be pretty jiggly. And then they were like, welcome to beach volleyball. Like, we're wearing it on our sleeves now. So yeah, there's something to Dead or Alive for sure.
Yeah.
And then they announced that they're making a new one.
A new one. And that's great. You know?
Yeah.
More fighting games. Let's do it. So, again, more pretty big news. And it was like, all right. Then we jump to a game that I am super fucking excited for. Control Resonant. This game, this is just my kind of fucking nonsense. I think this game looks great. The fucking crazy jumping on the buildings and gravity perspective changes. Very Inception. This, I think, just looks awesome. Control was really, really good.
This makes me want to throw up.
What's that?
Makes
made you want to throw up? Tiff said she was like, I don't know what it is, but every time I watch that happen in trailers or whatever for this game, it does something to my stomach. So I don't think I can play it with you.
I want nothing to do with this. It looks neat, but nope.
Yeah, I just when he jumps to the one building and the whole fucking like gravity perspective shifts, I was like, oh,
I don't know what it is. Like Super Mario Galaxy, no problem. This game, I don't know what it is. It's just not. No, I can't.
I think everything in this is just so unnatural. Like that also just feels like crazy unnatural, and I don't know. I'm really excited for it. I thought this was, but we've known about this, right? This was just some more footage for a game we've known about. After that, though, sorry, there's a long trailer that I'm trying to fucking skip past now.
Crimson Moon was next.
Crimson Moon. This looks fucking cool.
Yeah. Very over-designed.
Yes, but I kind of got the sense that that's on purpose. Like this feels
no, this is a specific style. I'm not saying that as a bad thing. Like it's like holy crap, they over-designed the shit out of the environments, the characters. Like it just details for detail's sake, and it's definitely a look. But it's not my flavor of thing. But yeah,
I was gonna say it feels like very tongue-in-cheek though. I thought like watching through this, like it felt like just so over the top, so violent, so hyper stylized. Like it felt like I know Doom Dark Ages exists, but this felt like a Doom type game, like just so over the top and crazy and so fucking metal. Like the part towards the end of this trailer where dude's got like big flaming angel wings. Like what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
This looks awesome. I'm really excited about it. Crimson Moon looks fucking great. And then after that, this new fucking Pokemon game looks awesome. It took putting a Pokemon game. That's what this is, right? This is a new Pokemon, I think.
Well, it's from Game Freak, but it's not Pokemon.
I know, I'm just being a dick. Beast of Reincarnation. It looks good. It looks good.
God, if they could make a Pokemon game that looks half as good as this.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem is. Like,
this is the same one that's coming out for Xbox, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one they just showed off at the last Xbox show as well. And I think earlier, either this year or like late last year, we saw some more shit for this game. Like it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks neat.
I don't know that it's going to do enough to stand out. Because there are a lot of this type of game coming out. But yeah, I mean, that looks pretty good. And we got... The one thing I did like about this show is that we got a lot of release dates as well. Like most of what they showed out was coming this year. So we're about halfway through the show. Rayman 30th Anniversary Edition was next. I just could not give a shit less about Rayman. It is just not my thing. But you were excited about this, right?
No, not... Well, I was excited about something about it. Again, I also don't particularly care for the original Rayman. I don't think it's just never been my game. Yeah. But I think what's in here is neat.
I just...
So it's got the PlayStation version, the Jaguar version, which is pretty neat. But more impressive than that, this is the second time that we're getting unreleased content.
Yeah.
You will be able to play the unfinished, unreleased Super NES prototype for Rayman. Like, that's where it started before it moved on to the 32-bit systems. It was like the character looks very different. I cannot believe that this is happening. We're going to get a playable version of an unreleased Legacy of Kain game and a playable version of the unreleased prototype of Rayman for Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
What?
And none of these things would be happening without Sony. So you're welcome.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. It was on their show.
Yeah, this is available on Switch as well.
No, I know.
And
yeah, no, that's awesome for people who give a shit about that kind of thing.
It's also got the very like, again, I don't love this game, but I remember playing the Game Boy Color version of it and thinking like, holy crap, they did a really good job with this. The Game Boy Color version of Rayman is very impressive. I don't want to play it because I don't think Rayman is very fun.
But
the fact that they're this year, unreleased Legacy of Kain, unreleased Rayman, and 2 unreleased Virtual Boy games are going to be available commercially.
That's pretty cool.
Please continue this. Continue this trend.
Yes.
Let us play these like weird unfinished things that like have been floating around for ages because there's a market for that. People love this kind of history.
Yeah.
I'm not buying this. I don't like the original Rayman. I like the modern ones like Rayman Legends. I think that's really cool, but I had a lot of fun with those games, but that original Rayman just never clicked with me.
Yeah. Speaking of floating around forever, there is an exclusive demo for Mina the Hollower. I feel like this game has to be great. We've said it before.
Does.
I feel like
we had a news story about how Yacht Club is in serious financial straits because they haven't released anything in a long time, and if this game isn't a success, they might go under.
This really has to be great. I really hope it is.
I think it will be. The demo was pretty solid.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this demo out.
How long it is?
Yeah.
Apparently, this game is huge.
Yeah,
so
it better be.
That's kind of cool.
It's been in development for 38 years. It better be fucking big. After that, we got Neva Prologue, which is apparently a game that a lot of people really like. It's getting added to PlayStation Plus. The original Neva looks really cool. I like the art style. This Prologue is DLC, and it's like $3 or some shit. Like, it looks super cheap. We were then immediately treated to a game that I got super fucking excited about, and then they showed the trailer, and I was like, man, I don't know anymore. Because they said...
Never mind.
They were like, people who worked on the Tenchu games, and I fucking love the Tenchu games. I thought they were awesome, and I got so excited, and then they showed off Yako Shinobi Ops, and it looked fine.
Yeah. That's also a next year game, so you got plenty of time on that.
Yeah, it looked fine. I didn't really get a sense of if it was 4-player co-op, if it was like the trailer didn't do a good enough job explaining what the fuck was going to happen, I don't think. But then after that, Chris,
I really don't know what to make of this one.
We got
this
perhaps
is wild.
The greatest video game that has ever or will ever be made, and I am talking about Big Dick Chicken Project Windless.
I don't know what to make of this.
I'm sitting there, and like I'm on the couch, and Tiff's on the couch, and the kids are like on the like love seat, and one's on the chair, and we're watching this. We're like, all right, this looks fine. This looks like a generic The Bird That Drinks Tears. I think is that a chicken? Why is that a chicken? Why is he a giant
chicken?
Manly, sexy, weird? But yeah, chicken. What the fuck? What the cluck, even some might say.
Oh.
I don't care. I will have this on release day. He's like, there's a part of the trailer where like a giant, because he's a chicken man who's giant, and then there's like a fucking giant beetle carrying him into battle as he just is fucking slaughtering everything in his path. This may be the greatest game ever made.
I am very confused by the tone. Like,
It said based on the what was it? The bird who drinks tears?
oh, I missed the beginning of it.
Okay, so The Bird That Drinks Tears is a classic Korean epic fantasy novel series by Lee Young-do, often called the J.R.R. Tolkien of South Korea, featuring a unique world with 4 races. Humans, the bird-like Recon or Recon, I have no idea, the fire-wielding Tokobi, and the reptilian Naga, who trade their hearts for immortality. So that bitch at the beginning of the trailer. The story begins with a quest to escort a Naga and envoy to the north. The mission becomes complicated when the original envoy is replaced by a heart-bearing, vulnerable Naga, forcing the races to overcome prejudice to survive a world-altering plot. So no, this does not appear to be a joke at all. This giant bird man is a Recon. I'm Rekon, so it's either Recon or Recon, but Recon doesn't feel right. I don't know. Maybe when I finish...
I reckon it's Recon.
Maybe when I finish... I'm currently on book 5 of Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I'll probably be done with that within a couple of days here. Maybe I will jump into this, and I'll let you know if any of it is a joke, because otherwise it's going to be a sexy murder chicken game of the year. Super fucking into it. Man, all right, I'm going to start speeding up because there's still a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Star Wars Galactic Racer looks fucking awesome. It's about time. And the kids said that too. They were like, why has this not been done? And I was like, well, it has been. It was on the 64 Pod Racer. They were like, no. Why has it not been done since then? I don't know. Looks good. You?
So it looks interesting to me. All right. I don't know why it's not on Switch. This is very strange to me that this is not on. It's just Xbox and PlayStation, and I don't understand why you make Star Wars content and not put it everywhere. It looks neat. I think of all the weird things in this trailer. Of all the things in this trailer that confused me, the fact that Ben Quadraneros was like the big reveal at the end. Like, oh, yeah. It's... Why?
Yeah.
I love Star Wars. I liked Episode 1 Racer. This looks really good. I just need to see more about it. I'm not 100% sold. Star Wars games always make me nervous. But, yeah.
After that, we were treated to some more for this 007 First Light game that, man, I don't like the Hitman games. I don't like the way that they play. If this plays anything like that, I just don't think I'm going to enjoy it. I also did not enjoy how prominent the scar was on his face. Yes, in the Ian Fleming novels, James Bond does have a small scar. It's described as a thin scar on his face. And if you watch the trailer, he's got a big fuck scar on his face, which I got to tell you, if you're trying to be a super spy, having distinguishing facial features is one of the big no-nos.
Yeah.
In case you were thinking about being a spy, don't have a big fucking scar on your face. It just does nothing for me.
Yeah, it did nothing for me either. Don't care. Let's move on. Konami showed the fuck up.
So much so that they made it a part of the presentation. They were like, hey, so Konami's still a thing. Look at how big their tits are. And it was just
we're trying to make games again. We're like, yeah, we noticed, guys. You've done a lot of really interesting collections of old stuff, and you've even taken some swings at making some new games. Even they haven't all hit, but you've
done some stuff
here. You've done some work. Silent Hill is still a thing. So what we got going on here, Bo?
So what else you got? Metal Gear Solid 2 Master Collection finally giving Metal Gear Solid 4 a home other than the PlayStation 3. Peace Walker, Ghost Babbo,
out there in the world.
Great. Metal Gear Solid 4 has been locked to the PlayStation 3. That's crazy. Metal Gear Solid 2...
Ghost Babel, I don't want to skip over that one. That also has never been re-released, and that was only on Game Boy Color, and it's extraordinary. If you like classic Metal Gear, it's really freaking good. So the fact that and Metal Gear Solid 4 are on here, because Peace Walker's been ported.
Yes.
Peace Walker was ported 6 months after it came out on PSP or something. Peace Walker has been re-released
is available other places, yes.
These two chunks of Metal Gear are huge. This is wonderful. And I know that Ghost Babbles gets overlooked because it's not technically canon. It's bonus content in this one.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about how limited the content is. It's just these 3 games.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4 is such a big fucking game.
And it also must have been a tremendous undertaking. Because it doesn't look bad. It looks great, actually. Which is pretty cool, because it's my understanding that the reason that was stuck on PlayStation 3 is because a simple port job was not really an option with the way PlayStation 3 games worked, specifically ones that were so specifically tied to that console's architecture, Metal Gear Solid 4 was. So that's fucking great. Yeah, it's awesome. I love that. I love that more people are going to get to experience it. But I was like, all right, cool. That's really good. I'm glad that that's happening. And then they were like, oh yeah, and there's an update patch for the first collection that we put out that makes some of the graphics prettier. Still doesn't include Twin Snakes because that'll never end up anywhere else. The only place that's going to land, because Nintendo has ownership of that, of part of that. I would hope that that's going to show up on Nintendo Switch Online at some point. But speaking of that patch, though, it finally brings Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3 up to 60 FPS.
Yeah, which is great. Yeah,
I can't believe... I, for some reason, thought that was just a Switch problem. But the fact that it wasn't even initially 60 FPS on the other platforms is...
Yeah, it's weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think those got patched to 60 FPS before, whereas now it's 60 FPS on all platforms. I don't know if it's on regular Switch, but Switch 2 is now 60 FPS on Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, which is great.
It's outstanding.
Visuals on Metal Gear Solid 1, I don't know how I feel about them. Because,
they help to a point.
It's really cool, but also, the original Super Chonk graphics, I feel like are that
it's
game's
part of the
personality.
Charm. Yeah.
It really is a big part of that game's personality.
Yeah.
So, cleaning it up so you can see, the pitiful excuse for faces that they put on those characters in better detail, I don't think makes it better, but I do like that they cleaned up the text. So,
but you also don't spend a ton of time like looking at those faces, right? Most of the communication is through the codec.
But like, yeah. Anyways, that's good stuff. And they put Metal Gear Solid Delta on sale.
Yes.
Which is neat. They got to put that on other platforms too. Is that on Xbox? Can't remember.
I believe
it needs to be on Switch. Damn it.
Yeah.
Don't care.
But then after that, apparently there's Darwin's Paradox demo level where you're fucking dressed as Snake. This game's going to be great. I haven't downloaded this demo yet either. This game looks fucking awesome. I'm really, really excited about Darwin's Paradox. It looks like Konami going back kind of to their roots, right? Of like, we make cool shit.
Action. Yeah. This, there is no demo on Switch 2, which makes me sad, but it is coming out. And I'm interested. I like this octopus. He is a strange looking character.
He is a strange looking character, but it looks fun, and the game comes out April 2nd. But then...
Yeah, I kind of forgot this thing existed until the State of Play. I was like, oh yeah, this does look pretty neat.
But then we got the big one, Chris. Castlevania, 40th anniversary, Evil Empire, Motion Twin, a brand new 2D, gorgeous looking Castlevania game.
Modern Castlevania.
Trevor Belmont. This looks
No, it's not Trevor. It's not
dope.
Trevor.
Or no, who is it?
It's unnamed. It's an unnamed descendant of Trevor. So like the letter as the trailer made it sound like it was Trevor.
Yeah.
The letters to Trevor, but the whole time I'm looking at it, it's like that looks like Sonya, because that's definitely not a dude.
Yeah.
And then
I mean it might be. I've played some of the Castlevania games.
Right. No, in the official description they refer to it as a she.
Yeah.
Refer to her as a she. Oh my god. This looks incredible. I am slightly concerned because of the Dead Cells connection. I hope it's not like a roguelike or anything. But I don't think it is.
I can't imagine it would be.
It looks like it's traditional Castlevania, and this might be even better than getting the Blasphemous people to do Ninja Gaiden. Like, this just looks like a wonderful modern take on the Castlevania formula. Like, we're seeing some map, we're seeing some crazy looking bosses, we're seeing incredible visuals.
Yeah.
I
really nice like special effects.
This showed up in the Discord, and I immediately grabbed my phone. Was like, Mike, Castlevania, State of Play right now. He's like, what? My god.
This looks fucking sick, man.
This is exactly what I wanted. This is all I wanted out of a new Castlevania game, just theoretically.
And apparently, this isn't it. They didn't show anything else off, but there was a news report that came out where Konami said this is just the start of what we've got cooking for Castlevania.
Yeah, Castlevania's 40th. That they're hitting up some good shit here makes me very, very happy.
Yeah.
There is plenty of room for more Castlevania collection in the universe.
Yes.
There are some more Castlevania games that haven't been... I was really hoping for a 3D Castlevania collection, something that incorporates the PS... was it Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, as well as 64 and Legacy of Darkness. I feel like that would make for one hell of a collection. The big outlier to me, I think the only one that's really missing is
the fighting game.
Not Judgment. I don't really.
Judgment.
I hadn't really considered Judgment. It was. I did a whole thing on this a while ago. Or no, that's not it. Come on, brain, you can do this. Because I did a... Did I write a blog on it? Hold on. I was wondering where the next Castlevania Legacy Collection was. And I had put together a list of other Castlevania games. The big one for me is... was it Vampire Killer? The... where the heck's Castlevania Collection 3? Okay. So Vampire Killer is the MSX game that came out at the same time as the NES game. That was the first exploratory Castlevania game, and that's never been put anywhere except for Wii Virtual Console. I think is the only place that's really been recreated. So this was an MSX game. It's an extremely important part of Castlevania's lineage. So the fact that that's not there is odd. Also, probably the biggest thing in the room is Symphony of the Night. Like, Symphony of the Night is a big question mark. I don't know why Symphony of the Night is the way that it is. That they only have this updated version of it that's exclusively to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Except you can still get the original PlayStation version on Xbox Marketplace somehow, I think, is still technically available.
It's so
Symphony of the
weird.
Night's never appeared on a Nintendo platform. The Saturn version has never been ported anywhere. The original Rondo of Blood was included in that other thing.
Yeah.
There was Harmony of Despair. I would love to see Harmony of Despair show back up at some point.
Yeah.
We already did the DS ones. They actually came out. And then we have blah, 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 blah. Adventure Rebirth. That's the other one.
Yes.
Adventure Rebirth is awesome. We got the Sharp X68000 one hasn't been in one of these new collections either. Right?
Yeah,
Castlevania Chronicles, did that show up in one of them?
I don't think so. There's like a couple things that are missing.
Yeah, so you've got Akamaja Dracula for our X Sharp 68000 / Castlevania Chronicles. You've got Vampire Killer for MSX. And you've got Adventure Rebirth. I guess you could technically do Legends, even though that showed up on Nintendo Switch Online. As we saw in last week's Partner Direct, that doesn't fucking matter because Hamster is selling Ninja Gaiden 2, even though that just showed up on Nintendo Switch Online.
So weird.
So, like, I think there's enough 2D classic Castlevania to kind of justify one, like, especially if you want to throw Harmony of Despair in there.
Yeah. I think there is.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, that could be a legitimate collection. I would buy that.
I mean, if you're going to include Symphony of the Night, that game's just so big and so important.
Oh, right, yeah. If you have Symphony, if you put Symphony and Rondo in there, and then you include those other games, that's it. Sold. That's incredible.
Yeah.
So you could do that one, and then you could do a 3D collection. Because even if it's just those 4 games, the 3D games are so much more of an undertaking. Having 2 PS2 era games and then 2 N64 games, that would be really something. So I don't know, maybe we'll see that. Maybe we'll see more of this stuff in this 40th anniversary. I would love to see it. I know the 64 games get really shit on. And maybe they'll wind up just showing up on NSO, but I would rather see them show up everywhere for everyone to be able to play them and properly give them a modern look, because I think there's more good in there than people give them credit for. But back to business.
Yeah, we then went Silent Hill Townfall. Looks cool. I mean, if you're into Silent Hill, this is something to be excited about. And if you're not, it's not going to wow you, I don't think. Yeah. But then they hit with something brand new, Rev Noir. Which like these super anime RPGs are just not my thing.
They're not my thing either, but this is vintage Konami. Konami used to do this kind of stuff all the time.
They did, and it looks really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, not for me, but for the kind of thing that it is, it looks like a good one of these kinds of things. So
yeah. It looks
Konami
really good.
Coming out swinging. Did not expect that at all.
Not even a little bit. And it's like, all right, like that was fucking crazy. Like, okay, what else you got? Because we're 50 minutes into this like hour and 12-minute thing. It's like, all right, there's still like 20 more minutes left. They're like, oh yeah, here's a John Wick game that looks like Okay. I've never watched the John Wick movies. Maybe I will, and then maybe I'll be more excited about it.
And then they were like, one. It was cool.
And then they were like, oh yeah, here's a bunch of shit about Marathon.
Uh-huh.
Which, again, not for me. I know people are super fucking excited about this Marathon thing.
Yeah.
And Bungie needs it to be good.
Yeah, they need
really,
a win.
They really do need a win. I hope this is great. I hope it lives up to, what people loved about the original Marathon. I don't know enough about it to speak about it, but I might join into that server test and see what happens. But they gave this a decent amount of time. And it's like, all right, we're coming to the end here. All right, now we're going to talk about some PS Plus stuff. Like, okay, cool.
Deep.
If you're not on PS Plus, that's a great way to play Spider-Man. Time Crisis coming to that with gyroscopic controls. Looks cool. But the big thing for me in this was Big Walk. The new House game being included in PS
I can't
Plus.
believe this is not coming on this. I cannot believe this isn't coming to Switch.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it will.
Switch made Untitled Goose Game. Like, that game took off because it was on Switch. Like, I know the game would have performed well anywhere, but that was the perfect fit. I cannot believe House isn't putting their follow-up on Switch. That's insane to me. This game looks just right up the Switch audience alley. I'm shocked and amazed that this is the only platform it's announced for, is PlayStation. But
I'll let you know how it is.
I'm sure you will.
After that, we got some more information on Saros. This game I am so fucking excited about. I think it looks great. It also appears to maybe have some ties to a book Penn is reading currently called The King in Yellow. There's some cosmic horror stuff there, which, if you know, I suppose is one of those kinds of things. But this looks really fucking cool. I'm really excited, and I was like, all right, that's a good way to end this show. Some new information about Saros, some adding some stuff we didn't know yet. This game looks awesome. It's a big deal for them. Fucking cool. And then they were like, nope. We're going to give you all of the X-Men characters that are going to be in fucking Marvel's Tokon Fighting Souls. Magic looks awesome. Wolverine looks great. And then they're like, oh yeah, here's Danger. Fucking looking nuts.
Danger, really? Like, in the background, I see Angel, I see Colossus, I see Beast. And I'm like, look, Danger's fine. But I really wanted Gambit in this. I really wanted a Tokon take on Gambit. Like,
you're gonna get it.
No, I'm not.
Excuse me. They said
Storm
already.
Looks incredible.
They said already that within the first year there will be an additional character available as DLC for each of these 4 teams that they seem to be going for. Oh,
did they? I missed that.
Yeah, that's already been said. I don't think
it's going to be Gambit. It's going to be Cyclops.
Maybe.
Whatever. But even if it is Cyclops, I'll take it. I would love a wacky anime interpretation of Cyclops. Let's do it.
This shit looks fucking incredible.
Of all the freaking characters, really, we're doing Danger.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, but
we now
I've never
know
been a big fan of Danger.
We now know we're getting 20 characters available at launch, and each so they're broken up. This was the Unbreakable
teams, right?
X-Men team.
Yeah.
So what I'm curious about though is that we've got Spider-Man, Doctor Doom, Captain America, and Ghost Rider. Those are, and Storm. Those are on the fucking, we knew about them. They're on the cover of the game. Or at least the art that's been shown. But we also know some other characters, right? We know Iron Man is in the game. So I'm really curious to see. What's that?
We know Miss Marvel.
Miss Marvel's in there. So I'm really curious to see what else we're going to get. This game looks incredible. And I was like, all right, we're ending on a Sony exclusive. That looks fucking awesome. They're talking about it. I like the name, the Unbreakable X-Men. I like the kind of team-focused nature in here. I'm just super excited for this. And I'm feeling like, all right, this has been
There's Nightcrawler in the back. There's Psylocke and like every character standing behind them I would have preferred to Danger. God damn it.
But we're sitting there and I'm like, all right.
This absolutely looks incredible.
That was great. And then PlayStation Studios. Fuck. All right. Santa Monica Studio. Oh, okay.
The God of War logo shows up and immediately I think it was Genix in the Discord was like, is Dan okay?
No, he wasn't. And then fucking original Kratos, TC Carson, Zeus, your son has returned. And it was like God of War trilogy remake. Fuck, dude, are you serious? Son of a bitch.
And then they showed us nothing.
Nothing.
You bastards. You're gonna hit me with a logo on this, you son of a bitch.
Oh, you fucking prick. Then we cut to a quick little interview segment with TC Carson, the original voice actor of Kratos. You know, if this is going to be remade in the style of the new God of War games, but keep some of the fucking mania of it, like I'm just so cautiously optimistic about how
I'm very
fucking
curious
great
how
this could be.
Do. I hope it's not redone in the modern style.
I hope so
because
too.
I really like the dynamic camera angles and stuff of the originals. Like, I just want them to remake that, like, with the graphical fidelity of the modern God of Wars,
would be
with the style of the originals. I think that would be incredible.
It's going to be a little while, but what I thought was interesting about it is that it is the God of War trilogy remake, not remakes. Like,
right, they're remaking God of War trilogy. So, like, we're not getting, what was it, Ghost of Sparta or whatever the PSP offshoots were. Like, we're just getting...
Which is a shame, because there's
1, 2, and 3.
The 2 PSP games, and then there's also Ascension. And I feel like those games definitely need some love. But what I thought was more interesting about it is that is this going to be one $70 game? Like, is Sony legitimately going to put out a $70 God of War trilogy remake instead of all 3 of these separately at $70? Because I would buy each one at $70, and so would everybody fucking else. And I just think it would be very strange for them to not do that. But that appears to be what it is.
At least that's what it smells like. But who knows? We know almost nothing about it.
We know nothing.
What pissed me off about that.
Yeah.
I love the notion of it, but like, really?
So
you're gonna Metroid
excited.
Prime 4 this right now, you fucking bastards? You saw how that went for Nintendo. Stop that. Give me a logo.
But we're still not done, because then as TC Carson is talking, he's like, oh yeah, and there's one more little surprise, one more little trailer. You know, it's something that had been rumored for a very long time. Right, they show the Santa Monica Studios logo, and then it goes all fucking pixelated, and then we get the
Megacat Studios.
Megacat Studios, and I was like, all right. And then they show off God of War: Sons of Sparta, a Metroidvania search action, if you will, prequel to the entire fucking God of War saga. With really nice... It doesn't look as good. Now that I've played it, it doesn't look as good in the video as it does in-game.
I couldn't possibly, because this... I put it in the Discord. It's like, wow, that looks like dishwater. This really did not impress me. I loved the notion of it. The idea of God of War Kratos doing stuff, but I did not really like what I was seeing here. And it could have just been that, like, we just saw 2D Castlevania.
Right.
But, like, I'm looking
at...
like,
this is definitely a different thing. It is going for a specific look.
Massive step down. Especially that last little Hydra head thing at the end. I was like, okay, that just looks silly. That just looks flat out bad. I don't know, man. This really did not do it for me. I was very disappointed in this. Like, you hit me with this really good idea, you hit me with all of this hype, but then you hit me with a logo and you didn't show me anything of the God of War remakes. And then we've seen some other really impressive looking stuff, and this just looks at best fine. I don't know, man.
I get that. But at the end of the trailer, it says available 2026.
Available 2026. Today.
And then Deimos and Kratos smash 2026. It is available today, and I immediately bought it as soon as the thing was done. What a fucking state of play.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
This was
a very good state of play.
Outstanding. Fucking standing. And like, look, at this point in the PlayStation 5's life cycle, if you're not super on board yet, there's not a ton of things that could push you over into the side of like, okay, yes, I finally need one. Except for a couple of things that I think were in this trailer, you know, like new 2D Castlevania, I think is enough to push somebody to be like, all right, end with the God of War remake. You know, I can jump on, I can grab one now, I can get the PlayStation Plus and I can play, you know, Spider-Man 2, which was fucking great, and these other games that are really cool. It is a very, very good time to be a Sony PlayStation fan, I feel.
I was very happy afterwards to see that, you know, the usual kind of stuff, like, you know, after a Nintendo Direct, then you find out how much of this is coming to other platforms.
Yeah.
It was nice to see some of this stuff going multi-platform, but this was a very solid state of play. There's no question about it. That first game that I've already forgotten the name of again,
Kena,
I thought looked incredible. You know, Castlevania was just such a drop. The Metal Gear Solid collection looked really good. The Marvel Tokon stuff, like, this was really, really well done. This was a very good state of play. I thought the Sons of Sparta really sucked the air out of the room. I'm glad that didn't happen for you.
Not even a little bit.
That was I was very shocked by that one, but I'm glad that that didn't ruin anything for other folks and that you're actually really enjoying it. That's great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That was a very good state of play.
It was great.
I'm really hopeful that we get a proper Nintendo Direct soon, because
I am too.
Really fucking use one.
I am too. Like, I was really disappointed with the last Xbox One, because they only focused on a couple of games, and they were games that we already knew about. You know, that Beast of Reincarnation game looks great. Fable, it's not for me. Fable's never been for me. You know, it does look really good. But, you know, and then of course everybody's going to buy the new fucking Forza. That's not the one that needs to be in here. You know? So I was kind of bummed out by that one. Like, we barely even talked about it on the show, because it was like, we know about all this shit.
Yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot of news there. And then the partner showcase was about as good as a partner showcase can really be. Like, there's never
it was fine.
The big things that really jump out at you. I mean, we did get eFootball kickoff, but
I mean, you're not wrong. That did happen.
Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks kind of incredible on Switch too. Like, there's some fucking magic there, and there's more Pragmata. Yeah. There's that Turok Origins actually looked kind of interesting, but like, all in all, it was a pretty, like, it was perfectly whelming. This was the shit.
This was great.
Play was like, this was E3 level goodness right here. Like,
this
was.
This
is what you do.
Yeah.
This was very, very exciting, and I'm glad I went back to watch the thing proper.
Yeah.